Hi everyone, we're here to make a little bloom trinket dish. I have mixed up, how much did I mix up? I think 5 ounces of craft resin, 1-to-1 low viscosity resin. I have 2 cups here, one for mica powder and then one for my white. I do just a little bit extra in my white cup because I'm going to use more of that. For my mica powder, I'm using Let's Resin Color Shift Dark Purple. And I'm just going to put a little spoon in there. I'm going to get it a little wet so it doesn't fly up in my face before I start stirring vigorously. It's a deep purple, true deep purple. Make sure it's mixed good. We don't want any clumps after we get done with our project. It ruins everything. All right, for our white, I'm using Cast and Craft Opaque Pigment Concentrate. And I'm going to do 7 drops. Takes a little bit to get it going. This bottle is so slow. I need to just break it open. I say that all the time. I'm on 6 right now. 7, all right. Give it a good stir and I'm gonna check to see what it looks like. My resin is warm. It's at 30 degrees Celsius. See how we're doing? It's looking good. All right, I am going to use piping bags, but if you're good pouring from the cups, pour from the cups. I'm just a little shaky, so I'm going to add them to my piping bags. I use 6-ounce cups, 8-inch piping bags. All right, so I'm going to do my mica powder first. Shake it on down. Give it a good tie or twist. I'm going to cut a little tip off the top, a little bigger than I normally do because I do want a somewhat thick line. And then I'm going to put it is thick because it's warm. I'm going to put it around the edge of the mold. And if you're good at pouring from the cup, you can just pour it from your cup. But I am way too shaky for that. Even doing this, I'm a little shaky. I have a little more in here, so I'm going to give it another just fast spin around. And I'm going to stop because I know I can't make it all the way around with the little bit that's left. And I'm going to take my white, give it a good twist. And I'm going to cut a smaller tip in this one. And then the first thing I'm going to do is go around and put it in the middle of my mica powder, or the best that I can do. All right, so I did that. And now I'm going to add the rest of my resin to the middle of my mold. That looks like more than enough. I'm going to let it move in and fill things up. Can save this extra little bit for something else. All right, so now I'm going to put my inks in. I'm using Let's Resin Orange and Dark Orchid. I'm going to put 2 drops of the Dark Orchid in the center. And then I'm going to put see, does that fill it up right? Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. One more here. All right, let's get our white back out. Let's give it a minute to spread. And then I'm just going to do my usual spiral pattern, just a little close together. I'm got a little room over here, so I'm going to do another little line. All right. And then I'm going to find, which I've lost them all, my little stick. And I'm going to trace a little bit. I'm going to follow the shape of the mold. So here I'm going to do out, out, out. And then where the mold goes in, I'm going to go in, do a little bit of zigzag. And then on my last one, I'm going to create my swirl. I'm not going to play with the swirl too much because when you do that, it sort of dilutes it, makes it not as white. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do with this one. And we will come back, I think, when I'm just going to ready to unmold. I don't think I need to do a backing for this design. All right, we'll be back. All right, we're back. I think it's hard enough for us to go ahead and shape into, not a bowl, but I just want a trinket dish with the edges pulled up a little. So let's start working it out of the mold. I have gloves on to avoid fingerprints. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm going to use a lot of caution. Not a lot of pressure. It's only been about 6-7 hours, so it is still pretty soft, which is what you want. You want it just like it is now, soft enough to come out of your mold, but not. Let's see what it looks like. Oh wow, look at that. All right, so now I'm actually going to stand up and do this. Just gonna let it sit and see, like, put a little dent there. Hopefully it'll come out. But you see, I don't have it up a lot. I'm trying to check the edges to see how close they are. This side might be a little lower. Let's give it a little pull. All right, have it in the bowl, and we're just going to let it set until it's hard, and then we'll come back and take a look at it. All right, let's take it out of the bowl and see how it looks. Oh, it's just awesome. Thanks for watching.